Hey guys, how's it going? It's X666X Iron Maiden. Today, time for another Patreon requested video. Unless you guys are seeing this later on YouTube, which they always happen, so I always post them later on. We're going to be checking out Arlequin again with their song, which hopefully is the right translation, Shapeless Silhouettes. Alright, Arlequin. We've only ever checked out Arlequin once or twice on the channel. Was one time actually as a Patreon request too. I can't even remember now, truthfully, because it's been a while. I also want to apologize for the lack of Patreon videos for the last 2 to 3 months, because it's been nuts. You know, when I have time, I always like to post to the YouTube channel first, and the reason for that is because that's where the fan base is for the most part. You know, like at the moment, Patreon is not huge for me, as much as that sucks to say, because for those of you seeing this on Patreon, you guys pay for it, I'm aware, but at the same time, I've always mentioned before that, like, this is just to, you know, get some people get some of the requests in sooner, is what the intent is. But it's the YouTube channel itself at its core is my favorite part of doing this, because it's share a lot of music, share with people. You know, like I'm not someone who's here trying to make money is the thing. I do it because it's, you know, it's a nice little bonus here and there. You know, like, I'm not always in such hard shape that I need the extra money. And again, not to put down anyone on Patreon that's telling me right now. It's just when I had a little bit of free time over the last couple of months, I wanted everyone to be able to have that time. You know, not just those few people that you know support me financially, so a little bit that they do. I'm sorry if that was an inconvenience during that time, and anybody that stopped following Patreon because there was nothing. I completely understand that too. But we're back at it now. We're slowly getting back into the swing of things. I still have a 2 jobs going on at the moment, but I'm trying to make sure I jump on it now that it's back in the swing of things. So obviously this whole thing here, for you, those of you seeing it on YouTube after, pretty much doesn't mean anything at that point, but it'll be a little ways down the road. So without further ado, let's check out Arlequin with their song Shapeless Silhouettes. Right off the bat with like a badass riff. And the riffs are really sweet in this song so far. Hey, actually, wow. The lyric la times 33. I think that's hilarious that they put that in there. I mean, hey, they do things different over in Japan apparently, so it makes sense. I'm trying to think like what it reminds me of, because it sounds like a few American style metal bands, but for some reason right at this moment I can't seem to like put any names in place. They're the type that has those super heavy riffs, a bunch of cleans, but does throw in some growls and screams in there too. And there's a bunch of bands in that description. Just fill in the blank, basically. It has been a while since I checked them out. I thought I remembered the last time I checked them out that it was a little bit more, I guess we'll say proggy. They're not. It wasn't proggy. Like, it wasn't prog, but like it was a little bit more technical, I guess you could say. This one, oh, excuse me. This one seemed more like straightforward with that main riff. So maybe this is more of a different approach they're taking here, maybe on that album, or in general in that time, in their lifespan. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm remembering a different band as well. It could be wrong there. I said it has been a while since I've checked them out, so it's hard to remember. But I do have more coming on the regular list as well, which is going to cover that a little bit better in the future too. So I am looking forward to seeing more. Like I do like it though. Like I enjoy the style. I love those big heavy riffs that are catchy. They stick in your head, and that one's one of those riffs that you listen to enough times, it's gonna be stuck in your head for a while. You know what I mean? Like even though it is like basically the biggest riff going on in the song, it's almost it was a 4.5 minute song, and for most of the time that's the riff going on, right? So. And I do like his vocal work. Like I do really enjoy his vocal work. I know to a lot of people it probably sounds the same for like every band, but you know, actually after thinking about it too, like I think that's how I felt at first too when we first got into the Japan scene here on the channel. A lot of the vocalists sounded the same, but the more you listen to it, the more it you can really tell the differences. I think it's just not being used to that language, that vocal style. I think that's a big contributing thing. So I'm glad it's getting easier over time for me to tell the differences anyway, which is nice because I really enjoy listening to stuff from over in Japan. You know, like it's really different. Well, not always really different, but it's different from what I hear normally over here in North America, right? And it's kind of cool. So not even just kinda, it's really cool. So thanks for asking me to check this one out. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to see more from me on YouTube. As you can tell, I'm already on Patreon, but for those of you seeing this on YouTube later, you can support me on Patreon if you'd like to. And as always, you guys have a good one. I'll catch you later.